MC for the Golden Movie Awards Abidjan ceremony, and he's called Eric.
Eric Agnero.
Agnero. I need to roll my tongue to say that. Okay, so...
Un peu de français.
No, je n'ai pas français.
Oh.
Okay, so but it's great to meet you, and I'm sure that you're brazen up for this evening's activity. For us who are from an Anglophone country, coming to a Francophone country,
yes,
we're wondering how we are going to, have a feel of a ceremony.
Well, we were discussing it with the producers. I said, okay, shall we do 60% English, 40% French? He said, come on, Eric, you're in Francophone country, so we should do like 60% French and 40% English. But we'll try to give what a movie without subtitle in another language does, because if you really follow a movie, if you really watch, you can understand what's going on, without, of course. But of course, you have to know the language, to go deeper in this, in the language. So tonight we'll try to engage with audience by, having them, remember what they learn in school, in English, and have the Anglophone people, hey, try to speak French, because you guys don't make any effort.
Is it true? Is it true?
No,
anyway.
No. I've been living in Accra, and then I have some good friends from Accra who try to speak French. Or to meet me halfway at least.
Okay, so let's try and see if I can meet you halfway, but after this question.
All right.
Now the question is, you have lived in Accra, you're here and you're from here. And I want to know, how much you know of the Ghanaian culture here, or how much, we have influence on you here as a Francophone country.
Look at my flat head, like an Akan. Okay. Here you will go across the streets and find people with features that, remind you like people from Accra or Ghana. So same people, we have Nzima people here, we have Akan, Anyi. So from that background perspective, already we have like good connections. And Ghana is a neighbor, so we have been exchanging goods, but also culture. We like Kojo and Tree, for example. If Kojo and Tree comes here, boom, you won't recognize that palace. It will be like overcrowded by fans. We like Daddy, Lumba. And then we miss Ebony.
Oh, Ebony.
So you know how much we, and then we expect you guys to also know Arafat DJ, our musicians, and so Alpha Blondie, for example. I'm pretty sure people from Ghana know. So we have good connections. I
also know Freddie Mewe.
Yes, Freddie Mewe, yeah. And then Mewe is, we said he's half Ghanaian, half from Cote d'Ivoire, because he's from the Nzima people. We once were the same people.
Since you mentioned Ebony, and how was the sensation, here?
Oh, it was a huge loss. I know. I mean, I'm now a little grown man, but my kids and friends and everybody, everybody loves Ebony. She used to be pretty, and she's still pretty in our, memories. And then the loss was also so brutal, so brutal. So it affected the fans here. And it's a huge loss.
Let's just ask you, put you on the spot. Okay. Ghanaian movie stars. Yes. You know any of them?
There's one who looks like me.
Oh. Is that Eddie Watson?
Eddie,
yeah,
yes.
I see the resemblance with the nose. I just saw that, Eddie Watson.
Yeah. So sometimes I tell them that I'm his cousin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So apart from Eddie. But Eddie is actually Liberian, though he lives in Ghana, and now he's based in Nigeria. Yeah. But apart from Eddie, who else do you know?
We need to know. We need to know, because that's also the problem that we will try to solve tonight. Like, make our stars from Ghana known here, and then vice versa. We see them on TV, but because of the language barrier, and then because we think that language could be a barrier, which I think is not. So we are formatted not to, we want to be on the Francophone side. So tonight you will see people that will try to mingle with Ghanaians, and hopefully, because one of the partners of this event, which is Nikadis, Jira Yusuf is a veteran filmmaker, will try to maybe work with producers in Ghana, and then it will be one cinema, African cinema. you know.
All right, Stefan Zabavi is an actor here in Ivory Coast. He's been at the launch of the Golden Movie Awards Africa. We get to interact with him. Thankfully, he can express himself in English, so I guess we'll have a good conversation here. So we brought the nominees launch to Abidjan, and I'm sure it's the first of this kind you have seen. What do you make of it?
Well, actually, I'm really glad to have this type of initiative coming to Abidjan because it's a way for the two countries to bridge and put their strengths together for the cinema industry. We make movies here, and some movies are made in Ghana, and as Africans, we should get together to become stronger. So I think this is a first step, and I believe it's going to keep on going. Exactly.
Now that you've seen this, is this something that Abidjan will want to participate in? Yes, you make movies here, but we've got some other African countries, participating in the Golden Movie Awards. Do you think it's something that Abidjan will be interested in?
Definitely, because it's a platform for the movie industry in Côte d'Ivoire to be able to show itself. So definitely we would like to be a part of something as big as the Golden Movie Awards because it shows that your work is recognized somewhere, some way, and it's a good thing.
The major issue will be the language barrier.
I believe that in African country we face the same realities. So cinema is first showing emotions. So it's not necessarily about language because language-wise you can always translate, but it's showing emotions, showing things that people go through on film. And someone suffering in Ghana could be someone else suffering in Côte d'Ivoire. And if you get to show that emotion, the language is just not a barrier anymore because it's just a feeling.
Ghanaian movies, have you monitored, have you watched any?
Yeah, I've watched some of them, and I know some of the actors, John Dumelo, MzGee, we see them, and being in the film industry myself, of course, I get to be a part of certain things, and I document myself on other stuff from other countries. So, yeah, I know some of them, and I actually got to work in Nigeria, because as you can tell, I'm bilingual, so yeah, it's easy for me to cross and.
So you've done some work there?
Yeah, in Nigeria so far, and hopefully we get to do something in Ghana too.
You know like Ghanaian music as well?
Some of them. I know Sarkodie.
Okay.
I know Sarkodie. I listen. Like I said, I document myself, and I listen to a lot of things. Sarkodie, some other singers. There's one that passed away not too long ago, Ebony, and that was really, really saddening.
I'm like so too much Ebony. I'm hard because Ebony's days is very because she's having big talented in big lady Beyonce in Africa and the future life.
Wow.
But and the God, everything is God.
So which of the music do you know?
Ebony, Mamiche.
And which one again?
But it's too much, but I don't know.
Do you know how to sing it?
I forget.
Oh, let me help you. One day you will know. These are the words of my mother. Continue.
Yeah.
Continue.
And